This is a video recording for social media analytics project. So the objective of this project is to build predictive models based on text categorization and text analytics outcomes in order to predict the type of cuisines based on the ingredients and preparation methods. So from Olive, we downloaded the data set called combined recipes, whereby we have combined recipes of items from 3 different regions: Indians, Italians, and Thai. So we did some basic manipulation of the data to create binary target variables called Indian, Thai, and Italian. So with these, we have prepared the data for input into SAS Enterprise Miner. So under SAS Enterprise Miner, we've actually drag and drop a file import node connecting our external data sets into SAS Enterprise Miner for analysis. So next, we've created a data partition node for the purpose of predictive modeling. So what we've done here is we've split the data set into 3 different data sets. So 75% goes into training in these instances, 25% of the data set goes into validation, and 0% goes into test. So with this, we've actually ready for text processing now. So firstly, we've done text parsing. So in text parsing, what we are trying to build is a good enough relevant dictionary of corpus in order to run further analysis. So since there's no technical jargons to take note of, we don't have a start list, and we are going to use the default stock list that we have in SAS Enterprise Miner. So let's take a look. It includes generic terms like according, accordingly. So these are generic terms that don't provide much value to our text analytics. So we are going to remove them as noisy data in the stock list. Okay. And we've also tried crawling through the SAS libraries to see if there's any type of synonyms list that can be used for this analysis. So what we've seen here is we've looked at import. Under SOMA library, we actually see this cuisine synonym. Okay. So it looks quite small. There's only 3 terms being used for synonyms here, but it's okay. We'll come to that later in text filter. Okay. So with that, we run the data, and then we can proceed with text filter. So what we've done here is we've connected a text filter node called user defined. So the reason why we are calling it user defined is because we did some manual interventions to interactively group certain terms as synonyms, and also to remove certain terms from the keep list. So these are the process data, but I'm just going to show you an example. So for example, vegetable. So initially, vegetable exists as 3 different terms. So vegetable, vegetables, and veggies. So vegetables is a plural term, but could be used conjunctly. So we classified them together as synonym. Veggies is an urban dictionary lingo. So it means the same as a vegetable. So we classified them together as well. So certain manual intervention is actually required to eyeball and inbuild to fine-tune the text algorithm over here. And initially as well, I'm just going to show you certain terms such as at was is a high frequency occurring word. So initially this was used as one of the text in the text categories, but we removed them from the keep list because it's a fairly generic word that doesn't tell us much about the cuisine that it's made of. So it doesn't really add value. So it was removed. So that's why a manual intervention like that, we call that a user defined text filter. And next, we move into text topic. So under text topic, we have an understanding of the number of topics we are looking at. So they are mainly Indian, Italian, as well as Thai. So we know, having understanding of the data set, we know that there will be 3 topics. So what we've done here is we define 3 as a number of multi-term topics. So with that, we run it. And then under topic viewer, what you could see is actually in the first topic of seeds, chili, fry, heat, coriander, mainly documents from Indian region. Second region, mainly Thai food. Third region would mainly be Italian food. So it's quite aligned with our understanding. pasta, and it's an Italian type of cuisines. Okay, so with text topics being identified, so we're having 3 topics being identified, what we're going to do is to run through a decision tree to identify how good are these topics in predicting the type of cuisine. Okay, so I'm just going to show you an example of the metadata. So under trains, what we've done is instead of rejected, Indian now becomes a target variable. Okay, so 1 meaning is an Indian cuisine, 0 meaning no. So we'll run through all the documents through the text topics, etc. to see how good is it at predicting. So input variables include text topics 1, 2, 3. Okay, so all these are binary fields. So under decision tree, what we can see here. So under decision tree, what we can see here is that the misclassification rate for validation data is around 30%. So it's pretty decent. Our text analytics and text categorization is pretty decent in predicting the type of cuisine. So when we look at this decision tree, we can see if that seeds, chili, coriander, the likelihood of it being a Indian cuisine is quite high, so with a misclassification rate of 30%. Okay. So this is the determining. So topic 1 belongs to India. Okay, for the purpose of this analysis, we've also created different text categories. So the first category we've actually seen here, whereby coriander, seeds, all those type of texts were being used. So we created another one for the purpose of comparison, model comparisons. So after passing through text parsing, instead of manually going into the interactive filter view to group terms into synonyms and to remove generic noisy data from the analysis, what we've done here is to have a text filter default. So under default, it's the same as user defined, using inverse document frequency as our term weight. Then when we look at the filter viewer, we did not do anything to this, right? So we left it as default. So add is still kept as a term. So if you recall, previously under user defined, we removed it as our keep list, and basically we didn't do anything to that. So that's what happens, and we pass it through text filter, and then we pass it through a text topic